Decode Dating, and I'm back with another video. This is the last time I was in love. The time frame was 2020 to 2021. Um, like the title says, that's the last time I was in love. And I'm meaning in love, like y'all know what in love feel like. Like you just can't go a day without thinking of this person that you're with, right? So, quick story. For those of you who know, I'm definitely gonna find the time to talk about my marriage story because I was married and stuff like that. But this little part of my life was a very, I would say, special, traumatic, and all of the above all at once, right? So this is during COVID 2020, duh. This is the first start of it. Um, Before me and my ex-wife split ways and broke up, we had an apartment together. I'm in Brooklyn, so this apartment was in East New York. She got sick and she got scared, and her mom came and picked her up, and they went on the plane and flew back. So guess who had the apartment all to himself? Me. And now I turned it into a bachelor pad, right? So I told myself I'm gonna have fun as much as possible. I was an essential worker at the time, so I was working in the hospital. Um, and I just said I'm gonna have fun while working, basically. Um, so my friend at the time, he had made a group chat on Facebook, and he just basically said, "Oh, whoever wants to have an iMessage group chat, hit me up." So we made he made the iMessage group chat, and we added everybody in it. So it was like five dudes, and then it's like 7 girls, right? So it's like 12 people in the group chat. Everybody's talking and everybody conversating. People flirting with each other, sending pictures. Oh, this is me, this, that, and the third, right? Kind of just skimming through it so y'all can get to the point. Um, After that, um, since I had the spot, I told everybody, I was like, yo, COVID is shutting down shit. Everybody at my place, we're gonna throw a little G2G. If y'all don't know what a G2G is, slang for get together. Kind of like a kickback that people would do in the crib, right? So, mind you, there was a curfew outside. People couldn't really go nowhere. So, my crib was where the fun was at. So everybody pulled up and stuff, and it was a cool vibe. I had alcohol, little games we could play like Uno and stuff like that. And basically, we just kind of sat in a circle, and people played like certain drinking games, like Never Have I Ever and stuff. So there's one particular girl I had my eye on. I'm not gonna say no names, because later in the future, I don't want to get sued for defamation of character. Um, so there's one girl I had my eye on. She was cute, and I didn't want to be the type of guy to fiend, just pressed to, be next to her or conversate with her and stuff. But I gave her the little side-eye, flirtatious look and stuff like that here and there. Played out in my favor. So after the whole little G2G basically turned into a game night, everybody ended up leaving, right? But I didn't really get personal with anybody. It's more so I'm just here to have fun, right? There's a couple of other girls in the group chat that I smashed, and I was doing my thing on the side with other females and stuff. But for some reason, this girl really was like in my head. I'm like, nah, I kind of really want her. Mind you, all my bros told me, yo, Zach, don't fall in love, because they know me for being a lover boy, and I'll be falling in love. So they was like, yo, these girls we just gonna have fun with, no relationships. Cool, whatever. We ended up doing a little barbecue later on. That was in May when the weather started getting a little bit more warm. And that's when I had my opportunity to talk to her, right? So I stepped off to the side. I was chilling on my phone. She came over. We talked, this, that, and the third. I'm like, yo, I kind of like you, this, that, and the third, right? And boom, one thing led to the next. What really made it easy and a real good connection was the consistency. So after the barbecue that same day, she came over. We was all chilling. It was like 10 of us in the crib. We was all chilling and stuff like that. She was on my lap. We started kissing and stuff like that. One thing led to the next. We ain't do nothing yet though. So the following, I guess, couple of days, we would come over, but she would come over with the girls that we had in the group chat, and I would have my boys, and we all just chilling every now and then, right? Till eventually I had this special time with her alone. So she ends up coming over, you could say a week later, and I told all my bros, I'm like, this is a Dolly vibe. Ain't nobody pulling up to my crib. Yeah, and we end up doing the do. We end up smashing. Shit was good, it was cool. And from that point, it's like I really like her more than any other girl that I'm talking to or messing with. Now, where I fucked up at, right? I told you how I met, when, and where. Now, things started to get a little investing too. I don't know if I'm gonna say this right. I started investing too quickly. That's the best way to put it. I just invested too quickly. It's weird how I came up with this idea. It was something on my phone where it's the numerology thing. I don't know why. My sister sent it to me. She said it's pretty cool. It can really basically like tell you about your life. And I did it. And then I told her, I was like, you should do it too. This is random. A thing popped up where it's like, oh, are you in a relationship? So she said, what should I put for this? And I was like, well, are you in a relationship? And she says, yeah. So from that point on, from the numerology app little thing that we was doing, we was official. And that was, I forgot when exactly. I'll find out that, but that's besides the point. But that's when we made it official. But that was in a month in, right? So I guess you could say July, we was official. So 2 months after me knowing her, boom, relationship. Was it fast? Yeah. Did I really care? Nah, I didn't, because I really liked her at the time. Now, skimming through certain parts now, right? Now we're in a relationship. We're kind of official. Yeah, I kind of remember now. We're in an official relationship. July comes around, right? So May, June, July. July 4th. I end up posting her for the first time. Yeah. And I got some girls mad. But I didn't really care. Because, like I said before, I really liked her. So, me posting her showed that I had a lot of interest in her, clearly. And then after the fact, we were more consistent. Like, she was coming over and I was just being more intimate with her. Nobody else. If my bros came over, me and her cuffing, chilling with her. It's just me and her against the world. That's the best way to explain it. Now, certain things that I ignored, right? I ignored the fact that she liked to go out a lot. And I tell men a lot, be careful. You know what I'm saying? I know girls like to go out and have fun, but what the fuck is out there to have fun? The club is not going to make girls pay. You know why? They're going to make the guys pay. Because guys are coming from the girls. And then guys going to buy alcohol. Guess what alcohol going to do? Loosen motherfuckers right the fuck up. And guess what girls going to get doing? They going to get loose. And they going to want to fuck. And that just might be your bitch. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. Let me go back to what I was saying. So I ignore those flags. She liked to go out a lot. Now, I like to go out too. And I always want to go out with her. So it worked out in my favor. Now, going down the timeline, about 4 months in, I'm still in my apartment. And now this is when I start struggling a little bit financially, because even though it's COVID and I'm an essential worker, I still had to, pay the rent. But I did get lucky where they didn't have to pay the rent, but I wasn't putting too much hours at work. A whole big clusterfuck of shit, right? Now, bypassing all of that, she would mention to me like, oh, she wanted to get like her body done, like she wanted a BBL. And I was like, hey, listen, I like you for you. I met you just like this. You look fine to me. I'm a personal trainer. We can work out together. You can build a body. You know what I'm saying? She's like, nah, that's my insecurity and stuff like that. Well, I told her, I was like, hey, listen, don't think I'm going to be here getting you no BBL. I don't got the money for that. I'm not about to do that. So, transparency. I ended up doing a little thing on the side We not gonna say nothing because I don't want to get, just my little ones and twos, and I bring it to the money, right? Now she did get the money to go get this BBL, and yeah, about we're gonna say 5 figures, in the 5 figure range, right? Um, a nice little bag she got, and she did her thing. The only thing I did was put a down payment because she didn't have the money to do it, so I did it for her. A down payment. You can say I put the BBL on layaway. I did that. It was $1,000 for the down payment, and I did it because I loved her so very much, and I ignored all the red flags. A lot of men tend to do that. They'll have money, they'll start doing certain things with their girl and not paying attention to the bigger picture. You can't do certain things like that, right? So that's besides the point. Now fast forwarding, this is next year now, right? So that's 2020. This is 2021, right? This is around February, end of July, February. She gets the money, and she books the appointment to go get the BBL. So now the BBL is done, right? Now I'm taking care of her. Now I'm going through something mentally. I had real bad insomnia then, so I wasn't sleeping, and then me not sleeping led to me not working out, and then me not working out means me calling out a lot and just doing a whole bunch of stupid shit. And I was in a rough place mentally, right? In my head. And I was looking for somebody to confide in, right? And I tell men this: don't cry in front of your girl. Don't cry in front of your girl. Cry when puppies die, or only cry tears of joy. And even then, you still got to be careful. If you want to cry to somebody, cry to your mama, because your mama birthed you. Sometimes that even work too. It's hard to cry in front of women because they look at you as weak now. You know what I'm saying? Vulnerability sometimes to women, some women, they frown upon it. It's sad, unfortunate, but it is what it is. You gotta practice stoicism. So I was looking for somebody to confide in, right? And the first time I had insomnia, it lasted for about a week, 2 weeks. She was my emotional support. She helped me through it. I used to love getting my beard rubbed and scratched so she could help me go to sleep. Then I had caught it again, and this time it was severe, where it's like I wasn't eating, sleeping, working out, doing anything. And she was in her little phase of healing from a BBL. I'm talking about like she was cooked, like laying on the bed, like just really couldn't do anything. And I remember one time me being transparent, I was on the bed and I was like, yo, my brain can't shut off. And then I started crying, like tears coming down my eyes, like somebody died. And I'm crying to her. And she was like, yo, just try to go to sleep. And she's rubbing my bed. And then she gets annoyed and she said, yo, why can't you just shut the fuck up and like go to sleep? When she said that, I'm like, what the fuck? Like I was shocked. Cause I'm like, damn, I'm really irritating her like that. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to my mom's house. At the time, I'm skipping a lot. I was with her. Men, don't move in with any girl. This is a message to all men. Make sure you have your own. If you ever decide, take it from me, to move in with a girl, I don't advise this. Make sure you have your own spot. Make sure you have your own spot. If you don't have your own spot, make sure you have money to get your own spot. Do not move in with any woman. Don't do it. After my whole situation, because I skipped a lot, the apartment that I had to give it up. So I ended up moving in with her. And mind you, I was going to go back to my mom's house, where I'm at now, and stay here. And she was like, no, I'm going to miss you. Come live with me. You can stay by me and my mom. And I said, okay, because I love you so much, like a fucking dummy. So me being there, I guess her seeing certain things of me, going through what I was going through, it kind of just turned her off. Mind you, I give it to her. She was hurt after the BBL. So I had to take care of her, and she's trying to take care of me. It's just not working. Yeah. So after the fact, she told me like, "Why the fuck can I just go to sleep?" I was like, "I'm going to my mom's house." I came to my mom's house. I'm still trying to find that comfort. For anybody who's sick and going through a traumatic experience, you need comfort. You know what I'm saying? For any person who does it alone, I applaud you, but that shit is hard as fuck. Now I understand I can do it alone, but at that time I couldn't. I was mentally just cooked. Yeah, so that happened, and I was waiting for her for a little bit. At the same time, still trying to help her. Now, fast forward again. Now, she started to heal, and I eventually got off the insomnia. We got back on good terms after that whole little spiel that happened, and I just went about it cool. You know, we chilling. We ended up going out a lot, AC trips here and there, even though I was working and stuff like that. I felt the love again. Mind you, she has a brand new body, a bigger booty. I'm having fun with it, doing my thing, and everything was good. Now, what I ignored, and a lot of men won't say this, I'll say this. If I'm with any woman, and I'm not gonna tell her what not to do, I'm gonna tell her what I'm not gonna accept. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever the fuck you want, but if you with me, this is what I'm not accepting, right? A girl who's wanting to go to the club, drinking, smoking, um, just any thottery stuff, girls trips, girls night out. I'm not with none of that. You know what I'm saying? So one thing that I ignored was when her body healed and she got the new body, she started posting a lot more. It wasn't too provocative or anything like that. It was more so subtle little stuff like, hey, look, my booty's there. Like, I just got a new butt. And it, you know? And then when she was with me, she was so a little, more skin. Now, there was one time where she was going out with her sister. And I would never forget this. She wore this white dress, short as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Showing all the curves. She already had nice breasts. And in my head, I'm just like, damn, you look good. But I'm not realizing, like, she's about to go out with her sister looking like this. High heels, too. And I'm like, what the fuck? But I'm not thinking nothing of it. I'm like, all right, cool. Do your thing, have fun. You're going with your sister. Nothing's going to be wrong. Boy, was I wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that really rubbed me the wrong way. And a lot of dudes won't say that. But I didn't say anything because I said, I'm not insecure. My girl can go out. It's fine. She can wear what she wants. She's not going to leave me for nobody. Man, don't think that shit. Do not think that shit. So she went out. She came back. She came back at an appropriate time. Everything was good. Cool. Right? Wrong. From that point on, stuff started getting worse. Now, she started wanting to go out more with her friends. One time she'll go out. She'll come home at 12 midnight. Fine. Next day she'll go out. Come home at 1. Mind you, this is during COVID. So there's like free time for her to do whatever. Mind you, she's getting the unemployment money plus the extra. So she's making like $700 to $900 a week doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the one who has to go bust my ass at work. That's besides the point. Now, every other day, every weekend, she would go out and times will start getting longer for her to come home. Till one point, she don't come home at all. Yeah, at all. I'm laying there. I had like a bad dream. I woke up. I didn't want to text her because I didn't want to be that insecure boyfriend. Like, oh my God, where's my girl at and stuff like that. Man, this is why I say you got to nip that shit in the butt from the beginning of the relationship. If they don't like it, too bad. Let them go with some other girl who gon' walk all over the other dude. I'm not doing that shit. Me, fuck no. So that transpired. I ended up texting her. No. I think I texted her. I don't remember what I did. But I waited. And then I had to go to work in the morning. She didn't get home till 6 o'clock in the morning. 6 o'clock in the morning. And then I told her, I was like, yo, I just had a bad dream about you. Like, where you was at? Oh, why you didn't call me? I was like, I didn't want to bother you. I should have bothered her stupid ass. She said, I would have came home right away. Now, I had her location, mind you, and her location was at her friend's house, but I didn't know who was in that friend's house. So I ended up taking her to Puerto Rico for her birthday in June. I believe it was June 13th, and we stayed there for 5 days. Yeah, so we stayed there for 5 days. I'm mixing up the timeline a little bit because it's like 4 years ago, so don't quote me on that. But it was in June, and we got in a little argument, and I remember this little argument we got into after I did so much nice stuff for her. She was feeling to go out, but I was like, I'm tired, and then she threw the past at me, and a lot of women would do that. So be careful what you say to your girl, because that she could use it for ammo. She was like, oh, you don't want to go out because you're afraid you're going to get insomnia again. I'm like, what the hell? I was like, I'm tired. We've been up late. We bring your birthday in already. I just want to get some sleep. I said, we do go out. It's only going to be an hour. No, I want to stay out longer and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, I'm not going out. End up going back to the hotel room with her. She's upset, and I'm like, I'm annoyed. So I go to the pharmacy that was close by, Puerto Rico, and went back in the room, and she's on the phone with her friend, and they talking shit. I'm like, yo, bro, I don't want to hear none of this shit. So I'm laying down and stuff like that. She's like, oh, I'm going out. She said, I'm going out. This is Puerto Rico. This is not our territory. She's going out at 1 o'clock in the morning, looking like that with her body shaped like that. Boy, was I fucking tight. I said, all right, cool. I was so mad laying in that bed. I was like, there ain't no fucking way Shorty really going out 1 o'clock in the morning without me in Puerto Rico. I didn't even get to sleep. Next thing you know, I doze off for a little bit. I open my eyes. It's like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. She comes back. I said, get the fuck out of here. We wake up in the morning. I'm not saying nothing to her. We go get food together. I'm not saying nothing to her. Eventually, we end up talking again, right? During the trip. She apologized. I said what I had to say. Cool. We end up leaving, I think a day or two later, coming back to New York. And I'm going to stop it there because there's a part 2. And the part 2, I feel like is very entertaining. And I want to say, I don't want this video to be too long-winded. I think I'm probably like 25, almost 30 minutes in. If not, probably shorter. I don't know. But I'm going to save the part 2 because the part 2 is going to really go in detail on exactly my thought process, how we broke up, what transpired, and how everything came into play. So I'm going to save this for part 2.